Right, cool. Maybe we could do content with a pen and a piece of paper. We don't know. Maybe these were all right. So we were gonna do these before because we were sleeping, but then it was like 7 in the morning. But we could do all of these because they don't even make any sense. Well, of course they make sense. We don't even know what we're doing. We're just making videos. Society, how everybody's locked into society. Everybody is divided because everybody knows about that divide and conquer, but they don't know about the distract, divide, and conquer. They don't know the third one. There's actually three. It's the DDC. It's not the DNC. The DDC. Distract, divide, and conquer. The way society has distracted and divided and conquered everything. Because everybody is distracted. Everybody's distracted by everything and they're all divided, so nobody does anything. So, you grow up in society. And then you're basically everybody in society has to live the same, everybody has to be the same, or else you're not a part of society. You have to do everything. You have to work, yes, because school taught you to work. School was, I believe we've seen a video where school said school was just made to train workers. That's all it was in the back day, and then they just kept school for some reason, just because it was a really good way to train workers. Basically it, yes, that's your work. You, society, you are a trained worker. That's all that you were trained in since the day you gone to school, basically. And then in school, everybody learns, even from television, all the things that are pushed onto you, all the normal things. If you're not doing anything normal, you're not part of society at all. If you're not working, if you're not working a 9 to 5 job, you're not distracted enough. You're not a part of society. Exactly. Because when you have a 9 to 5 job working that you have to do, even when school, right? School is a 9 to 5 training job. Yeah, it is a 9 to 5 training job. It's actually like 8 to 4 o'clock or something, but essentially the same thing. Essentially, school is training for working. So how many hours is 9? How many hours is that? 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12? Is that like 12 hours? We don't even know. We're going to have to see. Usually it's an 8-hour job, isn't it? 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it would be 8 hours. 8 hours of your life. 8 hours of your life. 8 HRS. So there's 8 hours. That's how you spell that. 8 hours of your life. Out of the, how many hours is in the 24? 8, 16, 24. 1/3 of your day is in the job. What is the other 2/3 of the day? The other 2/3 of the day, nobody knows, right? Your 1/3 of the day is basically doing that, and then the rest you basically have to, if you're a normal person, you have to get a wife probably, and you probably have to have kids. And then your kids also go to work training camp. So they can just follow in your footsteps and they can be perfect workers just like you. And then your kids, besides all of that, they're going to be keeping you busy for another 8 hours of the day, right? Probably, well, what time do they go to bed? Nobody knows. 5, it'd be like another 5 hours of the day. They go to bed at 10 or something. So, you still have what's the other 3 hours? The 3 hours is probably, the 3 hours is the only time that you have to yourself. That's right. You only have 3 hours of the day to yourself. That's pretty much all the time you get to think about anything. And then the only time you get to think about anything for the 3 hours, because you're going to be sleeping for 8 hours, right? So 8 hours is the other 1/3 of the day. So you're going to be at work and you're going to be sleeping for 2/3 of your life, basically. Holy, that sounds bad. You're just going to be working and sleeping. And then the other 1/3 of your life, holy. So, yeah, because the 5 hours was taken up by the kid and everything else. So 3 hours. And then during the 3 hours, you probably don't even really think about anything. Well, if you do try to think about anything, you're already basically gone to bed after that, and then you go back to work again for a week, and then you pretty much forgot all of your motives and all your objectives. So, what are people who are not a part of society? They are not a part of society. They don't follow society. They don't believe in society. Not a society, not society. These people, they probably well, I don't know. I guess they do kind of work too, right? They work by themselves. They work for themselves. Yeah, they generally work for themselves. They generally don't work for other people. They don't. They weren't trained well enough. They failed in society. These are the failures of society because they weren't trained well enough to work in society, to work for others. These people, they probably have a lot more time to themselves to think about everything during the day, right? Because imagine if they're 8 hours a day, 9 to 5 does not actually exist, right? Because their 8 hours of work is pretty much the entire day, right? Because 8 hours working, and then 8 more hours working, and then 8 hours sleeping. So 2/3 of the day, these people actually have the whole day to themselves. They can think about absolutely whatever they want, anything that they want to think about. They're not stuck being distracted all day. Amazing. So how are these guys different? How are they possibly different? Nobody knows how they're different because they can think about absolutely anything. I believe these people, they don't even really care about the news or anything, or anything that really happens around them. I think they're just basically cut them off from society. Cut off. These people are cut off from society, I believe. They're never seen in society. Oh, maybe they're seen in society sometimes, I guess, but they're never seen in the society as a common worker. So that'd be like the 30%. Because we already did all these things. We know that 30% is not society, and we know that the 70% is society. 70% versus 30%. I think it used to be like the, I don't know, 99% versus the 1%, but maybe it is still the same. Maybe these guys are kind of grouped up into the same thing. Maybe be like, I don't know, maybe some of these people would be divided up and some of these people would be divided up as well, because society loves to divide people up. They love to divide people up. So basically, these are all going to be coming back. We're going to learn more about how these people, they're not distracted. So now we could say not society. So what can we talk about now? We were just thinking about something to do. 2/3 school and workers. Oh, I guess so. Alright, we're not sure where this was going. It sounded a lot better in our head, but maybe that's because we could sit there and think about it and then we're not recording all the time. But basically, we'll say most people, maybe the 70%. And then other people, 30%. Oh, we're not even looking at anything. 30%. So we have no idea what the percentage is or anything. We're just making up numbers. So this is just basically most people. Your job consists of work, right? 8 hours. 8 hours work. 8 hours sleep. So basically, even if you don't have kids and children, you're basically still stuck like 2/3 of the day, right? You're only 1/3 of the day. Basically, work takes up most of your day. It takes up 1/3 of your day, and so does sleep. And then these other people, they don't basically have work. They just have the 8 hours of sleep. That's pretty much the only time that they have to be away from the world and actually have time to themselves. So basically, 16 hours? So we could say you only have like 8 hours. So they have like twice as much time of the day to think about everything, while you only don't even have that much time because you're probably most of the time, because you're working all the time. You're stuck at work all week. You've been working for 5 days this week already, and it's the weekend. Like, holy, let's go home. We've been working 8 hours all day. We did 40 hours of work this week. So now let's just stay home. Let's relax. Let's watch television or do something. Like, what, Games of Thrones is what most people watch. Or maybe, oh, Big Bang Theory. Maybe that's a show that does nothing for you, really. A whole bunch of other shows. Basically anything on television, I guess. It's just a way to relax and just get brainwashed and watch what they tell you. Because we sometimes try to watch shows on the television, and we find out that the shows on the television, we stop watching the shows on the television. We go upstairs, we're watching people watch shows on the television, and we don't even know. Most of the television, they actually tell you when to laugh. It's so silly. It's so silly. Those ones, right? The ones with laugh tracks. Those, we don't even know why those exist, but apparently the 70% absolutely loves laugh tracks because it teaches them how to laugh. Saying, what are these people? They don't even care about television. I don't think they don't even spend any time on television, because television, it's just all garbage television. So many more things on YouTube to watch, so you can just watch so many things on YouTube whenever you want, whatever you want. But then there's so many things on YouTube to watch that is bad, and so many good quality and so many bad quality content that these people are completely different from normal people, basically. So now we don't know what the second video is going to be.